Luis, you get to 2 strikes and 2 outs in the first inning on both of those balls. Just how were they able to maybe time you up in those moments?
Luis, llegaste hasta los 2 strikes, llegando a esas últimas 2 entradas en esos primeros, ¿qué tanto, o tú que viste, no, que te pudieron ver, no, esos últimos picheos?
Increíble. Ese jonrón, para mí, yo necesitaba el picheo. No fue tan mal picheo, pero necesitaba más arriba en la zona. Y le doy crédito a él después que yo lo tengo en 2 strikes y le tiro un picheo lejos y vengo otra vez para una recta arriba y la pudo conectar. Le doy todo el mérito. Bien por él.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a bad pitch, but I definitely, could have thrown that pitch a little higher up in the zone. But, yeah, having him up with 2 strikes and throwing that pitch, him being able to connect with it, I mean, you give him all the credit on that. But, yeah, should have done it a little higher up in the zone.
I feel like it snowballs a little bit just given the past 2 starts and how challenging those were to get through it, and then to have that happen in the first inning.
¿Crees que a veces se acumula un poco el daño, sabiendo la última entrada que tuviste y luego esa primera entrada que estuviste aquí, que a veces se acumulan, ¿no? Esas malas entradas que tienen?
Bueno, son momentos que nos pasan durante una temporada, estamos jugando. Son momentos que tenemos que aceptarlo, no importa lo que pase, tenemos que tener la frente en alto. Y sé que no solamente no va a ir mal, siempre van a venir los momentos buenos.
Yeah, I think these are just moments that happen in the season. I mean, when these moments are happening, you kind of just have to accept it, keep your head up high, and, keep working, because I know, during the season there's so much up and downs, and there's not always, it's not going to stay all negative.
Is that similar, like his velo's down a couple ticks the last 3 outings? I mean, is that just part of the season? There are times where it ebbs and flows, or is there something mechanical that's happening, or physically is he ailing? What does he think it is?
La velocidad un poco se está viendo abajo. ¿Crees que eso nomás es de, como tú dices, no, parte de la temporada, que a veces hay cosas malas, buenas, dónde va la temporada, o crees que hay algo mecánico, o a lo mejor está dolorido del cuerpo?
Bueno, para mí ha sido una sorpresa porque me siento bien, siempre lo digo, me siento bien del brazo, del cuerpo. Hago el esfuerzo de tirarlo lo más duro posible y esos son los resultados que tengo, pero ojalá sean una parte de esos momentos malos que estamos pasando. Vamos a esperar que lleguen los momentos buenos para enfrentarlo y esperemos Dios que la velocidad vuelva a subir.
Yeah, to me, it's a surprise a little bit because, I feel healthy. Arm feels good. Body feels good. When I go up there, I try to throw as hard as I can. So, to me, it's a surprise. Hopefully, it's just part of, those bad moments you're going, and hopefully once we get out of this slump, we start seeing an increase in velocity.
As you went on, the misses in the first inning were pretty big, and then it sort of felt like you locked in on the zone as you went along. Did you do anything in particular to go out after that first inning and just be able to put it aside? Anything mechanical or mental?
Un poco fallas, ¿no? Esa primera entrada, pero como iba acumulando el juego, parecía que ya te ibas acomodando un poco más a la zona. ¿Hubo algo que hiciste entre entradas, mentalmente o mecánicamente, que te ayudó a concentrarte un poco más?
Bueno, lo que hicimos fue combinar un poquito más cada picheo, tirar un poquito más los breaking balls y creo que eso fue que nos dio una parte positiva. Y yo siempre digo que no es como se comience, es como se termine. El equipo no pudo tener la victoria, pero batallamos hasta el 9º inning, pero pienso que fue un buen partido.
Yeah, for me, I think the only thing we worked on was just mixing up a little the pitches a little more, able to incorporate the breaking balls a little more. I think, you start seeing a little bit more results in that. But, it's kind of, like I always say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we weren't able to get the victory here, but you can see the team, they fought until the 9th inning. But unfortunately, we didn't take the victory.
Is that kind of something to take solace in this start? The past couple outings for you, it's been kind of the damage more spread out, and today you were able to limit it to just that first inning.
¿Crees que es algo que puedes tomar? Me parece que las últimas entradas, las carreras se daban durante varias entradas, pero esta vez lo pudiste limitar nomás a esa primera entrada.
Bueno, claro, por eso dije anteriormente que limitamos las carreras porque pudimos combinar los picheos y por eso no fue así las últimas 4 entradas. Pero para mí son errores de un picheo o 2 picheos que fallamos que a veces nos cuestan el partido, pero simplemente seguir batallando.
Yeah, I think it's just, part of the game. I mean, you go out there and you continue battling, but, it's part of me. For me, I think it's just you kind of limit those pitches. I mean, it's those little errors. I think it's just 1 or 2 pitches that I was able to misplace, and sometimes those just kind of cost you the game. But I think, you just got to go out there and battle and battle.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Luis.
Yep, have a good night.
See ya.
Tough one to lose tonight. Thought it was a great ball game. Kind of all around, getting in the hole early. Guys fighting back like they do, and then just our at bats from beginning to end. Really good at bats, even late in the game. Just putting up some really tough at bats, getting guys on base. Against some tough arms. I thought Louis, almost got out of that first inning. The jam shot, and then obviously the grand slam. I give the Rock a lot of credit for coming back out there and getting us 4 zeros there after that first inning, and then just allowing our offense to come back and like I said, just a lot of really good at bats and guys in the bullpen. I thought Vargy threw the ball really well tonight and gave us 2 strong innings there. Zardo continues to throw the ball well, and that's it was a head-to-head ball game tonight, and it's a shame we didn't get up on top on that one.
Dan, we've heard a lot about the Padres bullpen, and obviously, but to see it up close in a 1-run game, I mean, just how overpowering can they be?
Yeah, I mean, they've got some great arms down there, and that's why I was, our at bats tonight were really good, and we got some guys on base, and we're trying to strike when we could, and we put up some good ones. But they've got some good arms, no doubt about it, and I just thought the way our guys battled through it was impressive tonight.
Then it's 3 starts in a row where Luis's velo's down 2 or 3 ticks. He looks kind of like stiff out there. What are you seeing from him? He just doesn't seem to look comfortable.
No, I mean we talk about it a lot. If you're going to get to some of the guys, especially veteran guys, you got to get to them early, and they were able to do that. I thought those last 4, I thought his slider came around really well and was sharp, and he was able to locate the heaters and make good pitches. So it's just a kind of a weird first inning, and a tough one at that. But like I said, he bounced back and gave us 4 zeros after that, and gave us a chance to come back.
What did you see from Randy leading up to that home run? It looked like that he was really looking for that middle cut fastball and just missing on it, and then was finally able to get to it a little bit more inside on that home run, but still able to find it after a couple at bats.
Yeah, like we've talked about, our guys have swung the bat well, and even off of Suarez there in the last inning, he got a fastball and he hit it hard to center field as well. He's our guys up and down, like I said. Some really good ABs tonight, and they fought hard, and that's against a tough bullpen.
Yeah, how's Dom doing? It looked like he maybe tweaked that wrist again or thumb or something when he went into the fence. Obviously remained in the game.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Again, we'll kind of continue to monitor it, but I think he's doing okay.
What have you seen from Caleb? He's had some tough luck on some pitches that were out of the zone that got hit, but tonight, like the lefties, kind of what his pocket is. It didn't seem like he could kind of locate the ones he wanted to really get the out pitch.
Yeah, I mean, couple ground balls we're able to get through. Nails makes a diving play just off the glove there. That's sometimes just the way that, as they say, the ball bounces is kind of a tough one. Again, the bullpen has been so strong, and Fergie just kind of came up on the wrong end of it tonight on a couple of different batted balls.
How much did you like that 9-pitch at bat ending in the walk from Julio against Mason Miller? Maybe his best at bat of the year.
Yeah. Our guys, the way they approached their at bats tonight, and the way they battled through it was outstanding. That was just another example of a good one, and putting that kind of pressure on the bullpen and making them throw pitches like that is huge, and that's what we saw all night from our guys.
Does that kind of help? Almost like when you have good process, good at bats, and it just doesn't kind of turn out the way you want. You don't come up with that big hit at the exact right time. Kind of soften the blow almost.
I mean, in some ways, you're battling, you're fighting, and I think coming back there, getting the 2-3 run homers there after creating some traffic and getting on the base, and then getting the big blows, and then continuing those good at bats, even after that. We didn't come out on top of this one, but we were ready to come back out tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Zach.